How's it going, YouTube? Hatcher Sits here, back to another PSA reveal video. So this was an express order I sent just after Christmas. Got to PSA on December 31st, and I just got it back yesterday. It was delayed a little bit, so about 3 weeks, but it was delayed a little bit because I got an upcharge on one of the cards that I'll show you. Unfortunately, when they do an upcharge, and I talk about this in every one of my videos, that this happens to me, and when it does seem to happen a lot lately. So I have seen some of the grades of these because they send you an email with a list of all the cards and the grades, and then they highlight the ones, like in this instance, these are all express, so it was $150 a card, but one of the cards graded a 10, so it's like a $5,000 card, so they bumped it up to the $300 level, which is cards valued at around $4,999. And we'll go over that, but just kind of letting you know how the process is, because sometimes when you submit stuff to PSA, they'll sit in QA2 for a while. It's really weird, and then you're like, okay, like I have a Holland card that's a green refractor out there right now. It's been sitting in QA2 for like a week, and nobody's contacted me to see if I'm getting an upcharge, because I know I will if it gets a PSA 10, I would think, on that card. But it's weird. One of the regular ones that I sent in as well, that it's actually in QA2 as well, but it was like sent like a week later, so it's at the lower tier, but I got an upcharge on one of the cards in that, but no one's contacted me about the specs order, so it's really weird. But anyway, I mean, it's not an exact process at PSA. It's just like, you know, a lot of times, like I'll have an orders that like 2 weeks apart from each other, and the one that's 2 weeks later will pop first. It's just really weird. So I don't know. It's not a perfect thing, and people complain about it, but it's just like, you know what? I'll get my cards back when I get my cards back. It's okay. All these, I believe, are PC items, except some of the Sapphire Holland, and I can't remember some of the grades. But first we have Max Verstappen. The Sapphire Edition short print, Gem Mint 10. I actually do remember that got a 10. I bought this off of eBay for like, I want to say it was probably like $500 or $600. Of course, he won the championship after that, so this has kind of skyrocketed a little bit, but it's starting to come down now because so many are coming back from PSA. And I actually waited until express level, so you would have probably had to submit this at the super express level, you know, around the time that he won the championship. But now it's started to dip a little bit because people are realizing that there's a lot more out there that are coming back graded, and as more and more copies enter the market, it drives price down. As much as anybody's going to sit there and tell you that Chrome and F1 Sapphire, that it's just going to continue to skyrocket and go up and up, it's not how sports cards work. They never work that way. Stuff that doesn't keep going up infinity. It's just, anyone who says that doesn't know the hobby. Usually it takes an event, like this will go up if Max wins the championship next year. I mean, that's just how these things work. More and more of these are being graded. They're entering the market. It's like the Chrome IVs, which actually, weird enough, that's on my next card, is going to be this Max Verstappen short print. Got a near mint 7. I actually bought this on eBay, and I'll talk about the Chrome IVs in a second. I bought this on eBay. It was a CSG, so Sports Grading Authority, or whatever that is. The CGC Comics that also does like Pokemon and trading cards. They have the CSG grading, which I really like the cases, but it just doesn't really fit with my collection because I like to have everything PSA. Unfortunately, it's just the way it is. And I was hoping this would get an 8. It has like a little bit of an indent on the back. It's like a kind of a line, but I'm super happy with the near mint 7. I think these image variation cards have just been pumped like crazy. Mainly because, you know, there's 300 of each apparently, and especially the Lewis Hamilton has got nuts. You know, I sold one of my PSA 9s for like, what was it, $8,500, and it just kind of, things snowballed after that. I swear, every time I sell a big card, all of a sudden things start popping, and people are like, oh, I guess Ian sold something big. So, you know, things start going crazy. It's like that's happened so many times in the hobby to me that I'll sell something and then all of a sudden it just skyrockets ever. And that's fine, but they're dipping back down now because people are starting kind of to understand that they've been pumped a lot. There's actually 300 of each, which in the sports card world, when you're talking about possibility of 5-figure cards, like the Hamilton, there's 13 of them. When there was 5, yeah, that was rare, but there's 13 of them now, I think. It might even be more by now, PSA 10s. That's starting to get less and less rare, and there's only so many people that are going to drop $20,000, $30,000 on a card that's a pop 13. I mean, that's a lot of money, and it's not really that. I mean, to me, rarity is kind of 10 and below, I guess, but, you know, people disagree with that. But, like, for example, the Lewis Hamilton, there was only 50 graded a month and a half ago. There's like 90 graded now. It's almost doubled the pop report. So it's going to drive prices down, and people need to be cognizant of that when they're buying cards, because things just don't keep going up and up and up. People think that this Chrome and Sapphire will just keep going up and up, but 2021 season Chrome and Dynasty is going to hit next month. That takes money out of 2020. Even though 2020 came first and is going to be always probably worth more, it's the first cards of everybody. That doesn't mean that 2021 Chrome and Dynasty and all that isn't going to take, you know, people are going to start breaking that. People are going to be spending money on it. It's a new product. It's going to take money out of this. That's just how it works. Anyone that tells you differently doesn't understand sports cards. All right, we got a Sapphire Edition Erling Haaland. Nice Gem Mint 10. Sweet. This is actually, these next 3 cards, I actually got PSA 9s of all these. I sent them back, and this is another thing that has happened to me a lot. I sent a lot of stuff in at kind of the value tiers when they, like a year ago, when the prices weren't that much, and these cards were like, you know, it was up to $500 value. So, and they all came back like PSA 9s. Now I send them back at Express and I start getting a bunch of 10s. It's kind of annoying, but I'm still happy to get the 10. These are selling for around $1,500, $1,600 now. That's my only second 10. So I'll probably be putting that on eBay. And then we got another Sapphire Edition of Holland. This one got a 9. But I'm okay with that because this one got a 10. So that's 2 10s out of 3, and they got PSA 9s before. So, you know, it is what it is, but, you know, it does happen a lot. It's happened a lot with me lately for Holland. Gosh, I can't get this thing apart. What is going on here? All right, there we go. So we're actually going to move this over here, and then I want to go over this last. Oh, actually, no. All right, yeah. So, yeah, we'll do that. All right, next one is, this card is like, this was a learning experience for me, okay? This is a little egg on the face. This is the Prize Footballers Pink Red Fusion. There's only 10 of these. It's not numbered, but based on the pack odds, we're able to work out with these if there's only 10 in the world. I have to apologize for this, and if anybody looking at the pop report, there's 3 of these that are graded. This is basically this card being graded 3 times. I got a PSA 9, and I was just like so obsessed with getting a PSA 10 of this that I cracked it and resubmitted it, but I missed this little dimple that's like over here somewhere, and I got a PSA 8. And being the way I am, because I got the PSA 8, I was like, I want the PSA 9 now. So I sent it in again, and I got them at 9. So I'm completely happy with it now, but unfortunately it cost me, you know, I sent it in at value before, so it cost me like $20. Then I had to pay like $100, and then I just paid $150. So at the end of the day, it cost me an extra $250 to get this back to what it originally was graded at, which I'm happy with, but it still is just a big mistake on my part because I missed that. And a lot of times, and you know, you really need to look over your cards and make sure if you have a dimple, there's probably a good chance it's not going to get a PSA 10. I have gotten cards that have gotten PSA 10s with dimples, mainly some of a Chrome Mbappe card that somebody, I sold it to somebody when they were on the high, like $2,500. Those cards are like $500-600 now or whatever, maybe. But they were like, I need to figure out who you're getting to grade stuff because this has a little dimple and it's still a PSA 10. They didn't return it, but it is what it is. This last card is a big one. This is the one I got upcharged for, so you can pretty much tell what it's going to be. This is boom. That's a big boom right there. 2019 finest Salzburg refractor of Erling brought Holland. I love how they put his middle name on that. But they didn't here because it's not on the card, but I love the fact that they do his middle name because it's so neat. I can't remember if they do that on the Dortmund one, the short print. I have that one in a PSA 10. Now I've added this one. This is just a gorgeous card. There's only 19 of these. It's a pop 19 out of like 100 and I want to say around 60 or 70 cards. So this is a very, very hard card to gem. Finest is crazy hard to gem. It's just nuts. I mean, you can kind of tell with that. There's usually a lot of print lines, not very many dimples. That one does have a dimple, but it's just the print lines that kind of messes up. So I got this card back as a PSA 9 and I was just like looking at it. I was like, man, this thing is clean. Like, I don't get it. But so I went ahead and cracked it, cleaned it up and everything, sent it in. Boom, we got the Gem Mint 10. They did upcharge me from 150 Express to Super Express, which is $300, because at last auction this card sold for $5,200 on January 10th. There is one out on eBay right now for like $15K or something, but Holland stuff has kind of been dipping. I think him losing out on the Champions League and going over Europa League, I think that's going to cause that is definitely causing some stuff with him going down. Obviously a big transfer this summer. I'm hopeful that it's going to be Real Madrid. I personally feel that from a hobby perspective, him going to Real Madrid is going to make his stuff long term go higher, because there's going to be a lot of ebbs and flows with Holland because he's not going to be playing that much probably on the international stage, because Norway is probably going to miss out on the World Cup. With them expanding in 2026, he might have a better chance of getting in. So we'll see how it all works out. But Holland's a weird one. It's a weird one to get kind of on him. Like, he could go to Manchester City, which I think hobby wise, I think there's going to be, if he goes to Manchester City, I think there'll be an initial spike. Everybody will be excited that EPL. But then I just don't see him putting up the numbers that he would if he was playing at like Real Madrid or even like right now with Borussia Dortmund. I could be wrong, but we'll just see how it goes. But hopefully he goes to Real Madrid. That would be really neat. Love to have him and Mbappe there. I don't know if they want to play together, but we'll see how it goes. But I think that's kind of how it worked with him. Depends how Borussia Dortmund goes and does in Europa. If they win that, obviously his stuff will start ticking up again. But people get really excited about Haaland in the summertime if he does transfer. And then the fact that he's not going to be playing in the World Cup in 2022, I think you'll see his stuff start dipping again, unless he's doing just crushing it in the Champions League. And then I kind of feel like the way the market is going lately, especially with soccer cards, is everything kind of waits till the knockout rounds. So February, March, I think people will start really getting excited about soccer again, because all the knockout rounds are happening, and teams are just like, you're going to have Mbappe and PSG playing Real Madrid, you're going to have all these guys playing, and then it's just like, if you look at the markets, March, April is a really uptick time with soccer cards, because I think Champions League is kind of just becoming that tournament that everybody really cares about. World Cup's going to be great, but I just don't, people think that soccer is just going to go crazy during the World Cup. I don't know if I necessarily agree with that. You're not going to have Holland in there. If France wins it, Mbappe will get a tick, but we'll see how it all works out. Just, I'm having fun with the hobby right now. But anyway, some of these will be out in the store. I'll probably put the Sapphire out there, and At least one of the 10s. I might keep one of those. We'll see. I'll throw one out on eBay. But if anybody's interested in it, hit me up on Instagram if you want to save yourself some taxes that you might be paying on eBay or something like that. Maybe work some out. I think it'll probably be around 1600. I think is latest comps on that. But none of this other stuff is for sale. This is all PC items. So we'll see. Anyways, thanks for watching. Hope you liked the video. Please like, comment. Love talking to people about all the hobbies I'm in. Really excited about February and March. F1 openings hopefully, and hopefully some Chrome soccer soon. So really apologize, I haven't been doing a lot of openings lately, but there's just really not much that I feel like value wise is worth opening. So anyway, as I said, like, subscribe, give me a follow on IG, and I'll see y'all in the next video. Good luck ripping, good luck on your grading. Take care.